Zoe.
Are we doing the 5 seconds of silence for Hayden? Cool. So now that I control the podcast because everyone else is playing the quiet game, we're gonna talk about my obsession with the state of Japan.
That's not a state, buddy. That's not a state, buddy.
It will be soon. But Hayden's lost the quiet game now, so he's on my dual podcast. Hi, Hayden. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you? I'm great.
You know, straight up, peanut butter's pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm gonna
it
fight
is.
back.
I fucking love peanut butter. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Correct.
Kennedy's in the trio.
Correct.
Did I win twice?
You did win twice.
Did I win
Yes,
three
you
times
did.
in a
You
row?
did
I
win
mean,
2 times in a row.
technically I
because-
wasn't competing last time, but yeah.
I am going to
Listen. Peanut butter is a superfood, and therefore is a superior food because
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna push
peanut
back
butter
on
has
this.
it has an amazing
Okay, yeah,
balance
I'm
of
gonna-
protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Peanut butter is one of the things that you reference when you reference to protein, and it's a fucking nut. It's not even a meat. It's not like an egg or a piece of beef or a piece of anything. It's a nut, bro, and it's just.
We got her started.
Look. Can I intervene for just a second?
I'm
And
actually
its
super
taste.
interested in what you
Don't
have to
even get me
say.
started on the taste and the variety. Oh my gosh, it's
So,
crunchy.
okay.
It can be creamy. It can be.
Are you telling me-
anything. Like, oh my gosh. Yes, continue.
Kennedy, are you telling me that something is a superfood if it has the 3 words pea, nut, and butt in its
That's
in its
true.
phrasing?
That's
Are you
true.
serious? Peanut butter? It's a meme.
That
clearly
is
a
just your
conspiracy.
dirty ass mind. You're not looking at
Also,
the facts.
okay.
It's not. It's
I'm
just
looking
Here,
at
I'm
the
gonna
facts.
push back. I'm gonna push back on this with another fact.
What do you have?
Peanut butter, bad texture.
Okay,
Incorrect.
says Mr. I don't like caramel.
Simply-
Says Mr. I don't like caramel.
Yes.
Simply
No, I like.
incorrect.
No, okay. Peanut butter, good in moderation, but if you have a sandwich that you're putting some peanut butter on, correct?
Yes.
And you put
Okay.
like a whole heaping dollop of that shit on there.
Well, that's your own fault if you mix up.
No,
if
that's-
you put the
No,
bad
no, 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 no,
ratio.
no, 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 because I'm saying over the course of my life, especially when I was a child and I couldn't make my own sandwich, adults would say, okay, this is enough peanut butter. And I was like, that's like double what I want. That is so much thick texture in my mouth. So
That's
I'm
what
going
she
to call,
said.
this is my call to
like-
action. Use a little bit less
Like
peanut
a
butter.
golden
Nobody
retriever
heard
trying
my
to get peanut
joke.
butter off the top of their
Nobody
mouth.
heard my joke.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I didn't. No one did hear your joke.
I said that's what she said.
Thick texture
Oh.
in my mouth, yeah. I get
Put
that.
a little bit. Put a little bit
Yeah.
less in my mouth. Okay, so I am cheating, but let me read the monologue that the internet has just created for me.
Oh no.
All right, so let's dive into the delicious debate of why peanut butter reigns supreme as the best food ever. Firstly, versatility is key. Peanut butter is not just a spread, it's a culinary chameleon. You can spread it on toast for a quick breakfast, swirl it in oatmeal for added creaminess, or even blend it into smoothies for a protein punch. But it doesn't stop there. Peanut butter plays well with both sweet and savory dishes.
Don't say
From
on a
classic
burger.
PB&J.
Don't put it on a
From
burger.
classic PB&J to savory peanut sauces and Thai cuisine, its adaptability knows no bounds.
Peanut sauce is different.
You fucking fools! You fools! You morons and idiots. Peanut butter reigns supreme as the best food. Kennedy's right. I'm right. I didn't even know I was right until we started talking. But here we are. Everybody, welcome to this podcast. It's not about food. It's about D&D. Let's go.
Although for some reason, almost
D&D podcast.
every time we start this podcast, it's almost always about food.
That's not true.
That says a lot about us.
I don't think that. I don't know if that's. Do we talk about food all the time?
We talk about food a lot.
Do we?
It's either food or sex. I think those are the 2 human conditions, right? Like those are the 2. Like Maslow's hierarchy. That's like the basics.
Food and sex.
I don't-
Heard.
I don't know if sex is on
Yeah,
there.
I think that's like the bottom of the
Food
pyramid.
sex.
Yeah, food sex.
No,
That's
I
why
just
it's
can't get
it's a
behind it.
category.
Although another thing that peanut butter is very good for is in baked goods. It works as a substitute for so many things. And it creates a texture in baked foods. Like, I've made baked oats, brownies, and banana bread that are just so good. Like, it's just elevated the texture and the flavor of the thing tenfold.
Now, Kennedy, we are excluding a good portion of our population that is allergic to peanut butter
As
by talking about this.
a child with allergies, fuck them.
You know what? Yeah,
I have
if you're allergic to nuts,
I have the right to
Get
say
out of
that.
our
I have the right
podcast.
to say that. I have the right to say that.
You know,
what?
as
God
someone...
made.
I'm sorry. As someone
Go
who
on.
has a cousin who is allergic to nuts, fuck him. Like,
I don't know if that.
like...
I don't know if that gives you the right to
No,
do
I
that.
don't
Yeah,
know
I don't
if
think.
you're
No,
right.
no, don't do that.
No,
Do
no,
not
no.
do
No,
that.
no, no.
Don't fuck Kennedy's cousin. You can't just give them consent. It's not how that works.
It would be
please.
really hard to do that. In fact, he is a football player. So, and I mean, like, we're the same age and he's a football player. So, and I'm 20, by the way, guys. Anyway, anyways.
You're 20?
I am 20.
Anyway. No, I'm kidding. I'm making a bit.
The fuck?
I was copying the it's okay, baby girl, no one has to know. That's what I was doing there.
Okay, okay.
Do you not know the
Speaking
video I'm
of
talking about?
bits,
No, I do.
Okay, good.
Did y'all see my
give me
Blackberry?
a creme bits.
Did y'all see my cranberry?
I saw your butt berry. Yes.
Buttberry.
Guys, I
Can we
want...
play D&D?
Okay. Yes. Are we doing facts?
Who wants to go first? Yep.
No intro music?
Shit.
Well, no, we do facts and then we
No,
do
we-
intro
what
music.
are you
We do facts and then
talking
intro
about?
music. We do facts and
Oh,
then
that's
intro.
We were on episode like 16.
You know, we've been doing this episode thing for I don't know how many episodes, but I'm sure glad someone's got a head on their shoulders, because I don't.
You know what I think we need to do?
What's that?
I think the boy who's been missing for 2 episodes needs to be giving us a fun fact.
That's a fair point.
He's back, the boy.
We haven't heard him in fucking forever. Give us a
Yep,
fact.
I've been gone. I've been gone for a little bit, guys. I blame the time jump. Also, my insane
it's 2
schedule.
weeks. You had to relive it.
JD
Real life.
once did like the Buddhist monk thing where you sit under a tree for a ridiculous period of time. He did that, and he just
Mhm.
meditated and zoned out for an unspecified period of time. Like he isn't even sure how long he spent there because he purposefully
Mhm.
didn't like figure that out. Like he just kind of sat there, and then when he emerged from the meditation, he sat there a little longer and just kind of hung out and then integrated back into society. And he just never did the math, purposefully never calculated it. But like in the back of his head, he knows it was somewhere around. How long could you do that? Like I think he did it for like 6 months, over like spring and summer, and just sat somewhere.
In reality, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it felt like 6 months, and that's why like nobody like came to find him or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand everything now.
I am intimate with my God and the universe around me.
Ellie was like, oh, where you been?
You missed lunch. What happened?
You missed lunch. The fuck?
Anyway.
I like it. Let's get an anything fact.
An anything fact. Okay. I think that anything never learned how to swim.
Oh, damn.
Anything never...
There's no water?
Yeah, like, there's not, like, big lakes, I imagine, in the Underdark. Like, there's probably, like, sources of water, but not, like, stuff that you want to swim in with all the creatures and shit. And so
Yeah.
it's just never been something that they learned, and I think that it's one of those that people don't, like, ask, hey, do you know how to swim much? And so it's just never come
Mhm.
up, and I think that it's one that they are so happy has not come up.
You just see, like, anything getting shot out of the well in the first exam, and he's freaking the fuck out.
Then what are we gonna do about the beach episode?
Anything will make
that's what this episode's
sandcastles.
about.
Anything will dig a big fucking hole.
Yep, there's the autism. There it is.
Damn it.
Exactly.
Have we established
There it is.
Have we established the autism? Hayden and I were talking.
We
about this the
talked.
other
I've
day.
talked about this with all of you.
Okay.
Separately, all of us
I don't think
separately.
we established it on
just
the
to like,
podcast.
I guess make it official. Second fun fact for anything, I have been made aware that anything is very autistic.
Like,
And this was-
in the best way possible. He's just
and
really
this and this
autistic.
was not an intentional thing, but now that I know it, I love it. So it's
Yeah.
that's just like a second like small fun fact.
Makes sense. Fun fact, none of this is actually happening. Anything's actually still on the farm, and he's just imagining this all happening.
Actually, don't play with me like that. I know where
It was
you
all
live,
a dream.
Andrew.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
That's on your evil board, Andrew. I know it. I know you're fucking with me.
Yeah. Really? The chosen one? What are the
Yeah.
odds? What are the odds?
This is all just a headcanon.
Yeah.
Anyway, Krembit?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is it called a creme bit?
You
Yeah,
called
you
it a creme
yeah,
bit. We've
you've
been
started
going
the
with it.
Krembit thing.
What do you mean?
Is that why there's a karambit in our chat?
Yes.
Oh, what? When did
It's a
this
creme
happen?
bit.
When did this happen?
It's a cur.
It happened like
This has been going on for a while,
10
yeah.
episodes
Like
ago?
you've said Krembit
No,
a
it-
lot.
Yeah, it's been
I'm pretty sure.
yeah. You were like creme bit, creme
Yeah.
bit.
That might have been like in the first episode actually.
Yeah, it was. It was like one of the first episodes he did, and just kind of continued.
Why have I not realized?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
saying.
last week there was a Karambit in the chat, like that knife.
Okay.
Krembit
Now
time.
I'm like thrown in the nah, creme bit time, I guess. Fun fact about creme. You know, I've had the longest time to think, but I have not been thinking about it.
That happens to me every fucking time.
Head empty.
Head empty. Mountain full.
Mouthful.
Head empty, mountain full. Momo horny.
Momo
What?
horny. Scrat
What?
Jesus.
Okay,
Scrat
for
Jesus.
context,
No, Mort Jesus.
There,
No, Scrat
Jesus.
Lord
There's no
Jesus.
context.
No, I thought it was Scrat
No
Jesus.
context.
It was
No,
Scrat
I'm not
Jesus.
demanding that there's no context. I'm saying that there is no context that would justify the words that have just been said.
It's a
It's
convoluted
a
story.
yeah.
Let's
We'll
not
tell
get
you in a little bit.
All right.
Sun gone.
Tattoo reveal?
No, I don't want to give another tattoo. I want that to be later. Even though it's a good fallback.
This is the last episode. What are
This
you
is the
talking about?
finale.
Andrew.
Krem dies this episode.
Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. Somebody had to do it.
Someone had to die and carry this fucking podcast.
Krem keeps a secret tally of how many times her brothers, like, their brothers have a prank war going on. Does that make sense? Like, Krem
Yeah.
and her brothers have a prank war that goes on, and every time when she, like, pranks them and or she gets pranked by them, she takes a mental note. That's my fun fact.
Fair enough.
It's pretty dope. I like that.
All right. Hit me with your best shot.
And when
Fire away.
and when they reach the 100th tally, Lord help. God have mercy on their souls.
God's gonna have to have mercy on someone's soul. That's for sure.
Damn.
Okay.
For Andrew's fun fact, I don't know if this is allowed, and I might be the only one who wants this, and that's okay. Could we get like a fact about someone from JD's past, or like one of JD's people?
Ooh. I had one as a funny.
Is that
bit,
what
if we
is
wanted to
what is
do
that what the party wants? Is now my question.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll take Andrew technically making a fact for me. That's cool. I'll do that.
So there was a guy named Jeremiah who, he's sort of like a monk, and he was sitting under this tree for a good 100 years, and then this guy came over and sat down next to him for a solid 3 hours, and he got up and then he left. And he seemed more spiritually enlightened than he had in the past 100 years. And it freaked him out so much he broke his oath of silence. His name was Jeremiah.
I love that. So
That's my fun fact.
I don't know why this is really funny to me, but it is. I'm like I shook that man. I shook him to his core. Pulled up. Sped run enlightenment.
Someone's entire
sped run enlightenment
meaning of life being solved in 2 seconds, and just be like,
oh, I got it.
Fuck.
I got it. We're good.
I'm clearly doing something wrong.
His aura starts glowing. JD's aura starts glowing, and he can see his chakras open completely, and his eyes are rolled back into his head, and he's like, I see it all. And his eyes roll back down like normal, and he just gets up. He's like, all right, time for lunch.
The power of your vibe was too immaculate.
The guy that's been sitting there for a century, is sitting there like, what have I done? What am I not doing? How? This fucking...
Maybe you'll meet him this time on the episode of Classes and Sessions with Fire Squires.
This fucking half-century-year-old son of a bitch. How did you do that? Just your average kind of scholars in a world of mystery and sacred altars. Together we will make it through. Together we will find the truth. Classes in session and with zero direction, we're gonna pass the test. Draconic aggression and ghostly possession. College really is the best. The odds are stacked against us, and our GPAs should not be discussed. I promise I will educate until I graduate. Hi guys, I'm back. Hello everybody, it's been too long.
For context, your sister just disappeared.
Oh yeah, we're right there.
Yep.
Right there, okay.
Your sister disappeared. Apparently he's at the Feywild, and she saw somewhere very fancy, that's what she said. And you're kind of reeling from the fact that she's still alive.
Okay.
And you're outside.
Who's around me?
Well, there's Jeremiah.
Solid.
Who's watching you, studying you intently with a clipboard.
Yes.
Rennick takes out the blanket from inside, and he kind of parts his way through the crowd of people, much like you did on your way out. And he goes, What happened?
She's still alive. I actually do know kind of where she is. And I have half a plan on how to get there. But we are not going to get there very quickly. So he reaches out and pulls Rennick down beside him and puts an arm around him and leans into him, and he's not looking at him but staring straight ahead. And just says, "Thank you, Mater, that she is."
He picks you up from the ground, and he turns and he holds your hands up and he goes, "She's alive!" And everyone in the crowd goes, "Yeah! Thank you, Mater!" And a whole crowd of people comes around you, and is starting to pick you up, basically.
Yeah.
And is kind of just trying to cheer you up, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and he definitely smiles and is kind of going along with the revelry a little bit, and trying to. I could roll performance, I guess, but to see how that goes. But You ever see those scenes where like voices are like slowly becoming muted and the ringing in the character's ears is just getting louder and louder and louder?
Yes.
That's what's happening. Like he's really desperately trying to put on a good face because he knows intellectually he's like, this could have gone so much worse and I should be happy and I am thankful, but it's still just like terrifying. It's like the nightmare is not over. The nightmare has changed.
Yeah.
So I guess I can roll
Do you want
performance.
a flash cut from that moment of the world kind of getting more like muted around you to like you sitting at a table, drink in hand, food done, and it's like you don't even know how you got there or what happened in the last like hour or two.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, everyone is in celebration as they realize that this is not the end, and that there is something that that can be done. And they're celebrating you being home, and just kind of keeping an eye on you, but also giving you your space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to find my dad.
All right. Should be easy enough. You walk through the canopy, through the very secure wooden deck, out onto a wooden bridge where you can see your mother and your father, kind of just in the same mood that you are, somber but exhausted.
Hey guys. It's been a little bit. It's good to be home.
JD, come here. And he pulls you in tightly.
I think we can work collaboratively on this. Is that unusual? Is it unusual to display that much affection?
It is strange. Not in a like. This is a very complex emotion. Let me think about this for a second. It's the kind of feeling when something bad happens to two people and one is clearly worse than the other for whatever reason. And so the other person kind of has to take up the like emotional maturity in like kind of supporting them in that moment. Like in tragedies, it can whoever is in a worse situation is generally the one that gets taken care of, and like the other person, no matter, even if they're like, even if it's significant, it's hurting them, they manage to like push through and help someone else.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
And he kind of just pulls you in tightly. You don't know if it's so you can't see him tearing up, or if he's just there to support you.
I wrap my arms around him and squeeze him tightly too, and I kind of poke my nose out of the embrace a little bit and look at my mom and open one arm to pull her in.
Her short red hair kind of falls in front of her face, and she moves to the side as she comes in for the hug. Your father's red, like, sort of peppered, like lamb chop beard. You can feel it on top of your head as he kind of leans down. Actually, no, you're tall, so I guess you would just kind of like feel it on your cheek.
Yeah, we're probably
hug.
close to the same height.
Yeah.
And we're just like, yeah, close to each other. And pull my mom into the side and have a little triangle trio of us hugging it out for a second. And after a few moments, I pull back from this and just look at him and say, Dad, I think I know where she is. I'm not sure. Things have gotten so complicated since I left home.
It's not the simple life anymore, is it?
No. Oh.
I warned you. I did warn you.
You did.
You wanted to go.
I didn't believe you.
I told you could stay here, build houses with me, just live 1,000 years in comfort.
I guess in the end, I'm glad I did what I did because it gave me enough skill to understand where Ellie is now, but this is gonna be. I was really hoping the journey would be over by the time I got home, but I guess the journey goes on.
Son,
Dad.
if there's anything that I can impart on you now, is that through hardships and challenges, through the worst of times and the best of times, it never ends.
Mm.
Not in any real way.
Mm.
And that can be a good thing.
I guess that's why we follow the God of endurance, isn't it? Just to keep pushing through and keep giving it your all. And sometimes there's rest and sometimes there's not, and we're ready for both.
There's a saying from someone long dead. It goes, "This too shall pass." And it's said that you can say it in the best of times and the worst of times.
Mm.
And all you have to do is endure through it.
Mm.
And I know we shall make it through it as well.
Dad, before Ellie left, she told me that she was going to the Feywilds. What do you know about that?
Well, they say our woods is Fey-touched. There are legends that say somewhere in the woods there are openings that lead there, where creatures fall out and through into this world. But no one's ever found them.
Dad, I know you started this community with the other elders, but what were you doing before you began this city? Like, hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago. I don't actually know how old you are. You built this community in the center of this really dangerous place. Like, I imagine that you went on adventures and you saw the world, and hell, Dad, I know I'm supposed to be a wise cleric, but I could use some wisdom on how to keep pushing through. Maybe.
Do you want to know why we built our town here?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. It wasn't always like this, as you can guess. We were nomadic, traveling around. But it wasn't ever a home. We could never go beyond our roots, as one may say.
Mm.
And we, I hate to say it, are a kind and naive people at heart, which in a world that's pure is never a bad thing, but this world is anything but. So, we wanted a place far from everyone else, somewhere where we could keep to ourselves, even if it meant enduring challenges that many would never even dare to face. So we came here. And in the end, I guess we could never really escape the trickery and the deception that lies in nature, but we made do. So, I don't know if that helps you at all, but it helped us.
JD doesn't say anything. He just kind of quietly looks down at his feet, like he's thinking really hard, and looks up and he just says, "Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna rest, but I'm gonna get my sister back." And
I know you will.
he makes his way over to, I think he probably has his own tree, like his own little tree fort at this rate, and he clambers up. Like, it's a really small, picture like a one-bedroom apartment, but like even cut in half from that, because he's not very lavish in what he has. He has his pet snail, which is just
Yes.
toddling around
His
the
giant
yeah.
giant pet snail.
He's got his pet snail Sheldon. He's toddling around the apartment, and he pets him, and then he washes his hands because he's gross, and he lays back on his bed and he looks at his ceiling and he just kind of prays for guidance and wisdom, and that somehow that all of this with his friends, with his sister, with his family, all of this would turn out to be okay. And he closes his eyes and begins to meditate. Just slip into a trance-like state to hopefully get some perspective upon waking up.
You begin to fall into a sleep. And just as you feel your mind drifting off, you hear a knock at the door.
And I open up my eyes and sit up in bed and I say, "Come in."
The door opens, and a frail, older gentleman. You don't really recognize him. He has the red hair that distinguishes your clan, kind of peeks in the light, giving him a dark silhouette. He goes, "Hello. Is anybody here?"
Yep. Right here, sir. What's your name?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Godfrey.
Hi, Godfrey. Can I help you?
Yes, I don't know where my home is. Can you help me?
This is extremely immediately suspicious. JD stands up warily, and he says, "You don't know where your home is, Godfrey?"
No. It's somewhere around here, but I can't seem to remember.
Do you mean your house or like your city or what do you mean?
My home, my house,
Okay. Hey Godfrey, let's find your home. And he goes to the door and puts his arm under or around Godfrey, however that man looks like he needs to be stabilized.
Would you mind? I'm very tired. Could you hold this?
And he's carrying like a lot for a man of his age, like a comically large amount of stuff in a backpack. And
Okay.
he takes off one of the like side pouches that has some stuff in it and you hand it to you.
I take it.
Can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Saving throw, yeah. It's a 17.
17. It's heavy, and you're surprised he was able to hold it out as carelessly as he did.
Mm-hmm.
But you managed to keep it from tearing through the wooden floor and pick it up
Okay.
and throw it over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I think it was somewhere up high.
Okay, JD, are there like municipal officers in the city that kind of like keep peace should anything go wrong? Are there anybody like that?
Yeah, there are.
He like signals to a local one that he knows, and he's like, "Hey, get over here." It's like,
You don't see anybody.
"Oh, there's nobody around."
Yeah, you don't see a single person.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, make a perception check.
It's a 13.
Yeah, it's like early morning. The moon's kind of peeking through the trees, but it's dark, and the only thing around you are torches. You look down, and it's so dark you can't even see the ground from where you're at. And you don't see any guards on the rope bridges around you.
Okay. Do I see anyone at all?
No,
Okay. Is that odd?
it is kind of odd.
Okay. Hey, tell you what, sir. Would you be okay letting me take your bag from you for a minute, and I'll go find an officer or an official, and they can help you find your home? Like, I don't know the codes around here super well, but I bet I can find someone who does. I know the city like the back of my hand.
Sure, you can take my bag.
And he takes out the rest of his bag and hands it to you.
And I assume I roll another strength check.
Yeah, can you make one at disadvantage for me?
Okay, the first one is scuffed. Guess we're gonna get a different dice because that rolled perfectly under my desk. Okay. Wow, natural 1.
This is the heaviest thing on Ogma. You actually, I'm gonna roll some damage. You're gonna take 2d12 bludgeoning damage.
Wow. Let me know how much
So
that
you
is.
take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are flattened to the ground, and you can feel the wood straining beneath you.
Tell you what, how about I just leave this with you? How about I just leave this with you? I think
You cannot get off. You can't get out from underneath it. It is that heavy.
Hey, buddy, would you mind rolling this off me?
He stretches his back. Oh, that feels much better. Oh,
Buddy, just like,
I've been enduring that for so long.
buddy, can you listen? Just it's like a freaking bear sitting on my chest. Can you just like roll little bit to the left? Like you don't need to pick it up. Just roll it, please.
Is that what it feels like to you?
Yes.
That must be a lot of hardship you're carrying then.
Oh shit, you're a god. Oh damn. Okay.
You got it.
And his form starts to shift, and his form becomes younger, and thorns start to sprout out from around his body and wrap around his arms. And
Oh, are you my
he
god?
sits down. He sits down, cross-legged, in front of you as you're pinned beneath this giant backpack.
Do I recognize him?
Make a religion check.
Please.
Please roll an at 1.
Oh, I got a 21.
This would be Ilmater.
Are my arms free?
Yeah, you're like a turtle with a shell that's way too heavy.
Okay. I like squirm under this bag and attempt to like form my hands into like this clasped symbol, and I like bow my head as much as I can with this thing sitting on my chest, and I'm like, Ilmater, thank you. Why I am honored by your presence. How can I be of service?
No need to bow. You're already as low to the ground as you're gonna get.
This is very true.
Would you like me to take that off of you, or do you think you want to hold it for a bit longer?
I mean, like, I'm starting to question like the implications of me holding this thing and what it is, and lots of other stuff. So like, immediate answer is like, yes, I want you to take this off of me, but maybe I should know what it is before I say that. Do I need to roll like a Constitution check to see if I can like hold out?
Yeah, make a Constitution check for me.
20.
I think you're gonna endure.
All right.
Listen,
Okay.
you've done well.
Thank you,
You
Ilmater.
followed my teachings to a key. But there is always going to be more for you to carry. So you can either grow stronger, or you can stay as you are. Do you think you're ready?
To be stronger?
Yes.
I think that I don't get to be ready or not ready. I don't think it matters. I think that there's necessity, and whether or not I'm ready, I have to rise to the occasion.
Good. You might be ready yet. And you wake up.
Damn. Okay. I'm gonna nap more often. That was a great nap.
On your bed, laid out in front of you, is your adventurer's guild.
And I stand up and put it on.
In the future, this should help you with any dexterity checks you're making.
Wait, how? Is it give me advantage?
It will give you advantage on acrobatics checks involving your legs.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Thank you, Ilmater. Oh, man.
And you go to the window and look out, enjoying the morning breeze, and you're ready for whatever may come your way.
Oh, sorry.
And what's coming your way is something in the distance.
Can I see it?
Make a perception check.
25.
Hayden, would you like to describe what he sees?
Absolutely. You see, I think with a 25, you get like the whole thing. You see this ship made out of this almost pristine white birchwood with a sail that contrasts the sun. It is so bright and radiant, this golden light, and you see these swirling thorn bushes all along the rails, and a large one that bisects the ship down the middle along the bottom, like midline. And it is pointing directly at you.
He puts a finger to his temple and casts sending to Jesse. And he says, "Hey, buddy, you in that big boat?"
I said we'd be coming, did I not?
And a smile spreads across his face. I think that's a good place to cut the scene.
Yep. Godfrey.
Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. Who else knew that? Who else knew that? Because like I feel like I caught on pretty fast.
When you said Godfrey, I was like, there's going to be a God thing here. This is...
Very cool.
So he saw us. We're not there yet.
You're close.
Yeah, you're very close. As you look off onto the deck, you can see that there is one taller tree sticking out of this forest, and what looks like to be a decrepit, like never used sky ship port in the town.
Oh.
Amazing.
JD's probably making his way there as he knows the city.
Yeah, as you walk out the door, you can see people panicking as they see this ship slowly coming towards their town. Bells are ringing, people are running up to the top of the dock, and they're just pointing, not angrily, but concerningly at the ship.
Don't worry, guys. I know them. They're chill.
Just be like, they're fine. Don't worry about it.
They're super chill. This boat's bearing down in fire and glory. They're chill. Don't worry about it.
Good.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Everybody go back to your houses. It's cool. I'm going to meet up with them. We're probably going to go on another adventure. I'll see you guys probably, eventually.
You see all the smartest people in the town putting their heads together in a literal sense. You see the elves who
Sorry, that's a fun
normally-
callback.
You see all the elves who normally are waiting at the front gate
in their most seductive attire, running up to the ship
Oh my god.
to greet these new incomers.
Do any of them
Beer-
look
Beer
hot?
Barn is-
Can I roll an investigation check to see if any of them look
Oh,
hot?
dude.
An investigation check.
So many of them look hot.
That's the whole point of them.
Yeah.
No. I'm thinking for Krem's taste.
That's fair.
What's Krem's
Yeah,
taste?
make investigation.
We
Huh?
might find out.
Okay, roll investigation and we'll talk more.
Okay, so my investigation was a 10 plus... Let me find my modifier. 8, so 18.
It's like 8, I think, yeah.
Andrew's like,
what is
8.
your type? That's my question.
Um...
I don't even know why I asked.
She could be into golden retrievers. She could be into black cats. Like, what's she gonna? Is she
Yeah,
into?
yeah.
So, I guess this is an additional fun fact that we're gonna learn right in this moment. Krem is very gay. If that wasn't
Okay.
in fact obvious, but Krem is a lesbian.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. Yeah.
So, for all those fans out there who are shipping Krem and like the other two in the party, you're wrong. Because I know it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
you be shipping them together. That's what you should be doing.
Exactly. Clearly, JD and Jesse just need to have a makeout scene. Fuck around and find out. But
Is she? Wait, so I actually have a question though, because she got really flustered that one time I met up with her in the alley.
yes, and the reason,
I never got to hear that.
and the reason for that being is because Krem didn't know how to react. Because even though she's used to like being able to engage male intent really well and easily and not care, but she was not trying to gaze your attention. Like, more often than not, when Krem is getting attention from someone, she is aware. Unless it's a woman. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it kind
Here's
of...
my
Okay.
question.
Yeah?
Anything is a they, so they could be a she,
You know,
if they so please.
if they so please.
So-
But I'm pretty sure anything is scared of me in that sense.
Yes. You're right.
He also doesn't know what seduction is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of working on that.
I think
It's a side.
like I
Kinda
think
working
that
on that.
I think that for the most part anything has been he they just because of always kind of taking male forms, but yeah. We've talked about how it shifts based on what form they're in.
Mm-hmm.
But...
So yeah, what is Krem into?
So... Do y'all know this WWE wrestler? I've talked to Hayden about
Oh
this
my
a lot.
God.
Yes, already I know
Yeah,
who you're
everyone
talking about.
knows.
Do you know who Rhea Ripley is?
I'm gonna need pictures. need
She's
pictures,
so
One
hot.
second.
Goth mommy, hold
I'm
on.
pulling her up.
Let me-
I'm pulling
yeah.
her up. I'm pulling her up. I got her. I got her.
Oh my god.
I found
okay.
her. I found her.
Do I have to make a goth
Goth
elf?
muscle
She's in the
mommy.
chat. She's in the chat. She's in the chat. Goth muscle mommy.
And
That's
literally,
what she looks like.
Oh,
Andrew,
her.
literally her wrestling name is Mommy.
Her wrestling name is Mommy.
Oh wow.
Shout out to Rhea Ripley. Like,
This is
I'd do anything. I'd literally do anything.
We can have you on the podcast anytime. Literally, come on over.
Oh
We'll
my
have
god.
you.
The first
Play
like
D&D with us.
famous connection we make is to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
That'd be
please,
so dope.
Just reach out to me, to the Spitfire Squires accounts. We will get in contact with your people. Our people will contact your people. We'll work something out.
So Krem's into butch goth women.
Yes.
This is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Yes.
She probably doesn't find that here. I'm gonna be honest.
Look at the pictures.
Maybe-
She's so hot.
Maybe like one. But like
There's one goth chick with like black hair and a streak of red, like cut short, but not like this short, not like very very short. And they're not like out on the seduction patrol. They're very much like, eh.
yeah, I bet that person's like love is fake and like reality is trash.
Hanging out in the
Like
back.
very teen angst kind of like bite me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to
Endure whatever.
I have to endure all of your bullshit every day.
That's what it
family. How could
is.
I
Oh my
possibly?
God.
How could I possibly endure another human being in my world?
And that's exactly what Krem wants. I'm just kidding. But, I, Kennedy, person
playing Creme, has discovered this beautiful goddess that has graced our Earth, and
now it's
I've been
canon
obsessed
that
with her.
that is Krem's type.
that is Creme's type. Yep.
Valid.
Fun.
So yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, she's off somewhere else fighting in a wrestling ring.
Damn
I like the
it.
images of her smiling.
I'm yeah. Yeah.
It just seems like it's like very it's like out of character almost to see like this giant like smile on her face. It's really funny.
Yeah, because like the whole wrestling persona is like very aggressive and like
Yeah, confident.
it's
and
very
cocky,
it is
and,
very
like,
cool
the
to see like
last
the
image that I
personalities.
posted in the chat. Last image that
Very
I posted in the
expressive.
chat. Yeah.
Also, her tattoos are like so dope. Like if you look at her
Oh yeah, she has
tattoos,
dope tattoos.
she has really cool tattoos. That's another thing Creme finds attractive. Tattoos. Like no, they don't have to be goth. They don't need to be a muscle mommy, just have dope ass tattoos. Creme is very interested because she knows the amount of pain you have to go to in order to get a tattoo. But for some people, it's not really pain at all, but it's an attractive quality.
There are a lot of people with tattoos in the village, I will say.
Yeah, because they're enduring.
Yeah. There's a lot of people with lots of different tattoos in the village. They're
Anyway.
just not very goth about it. It's more like tribal.
Anyway, let's get back to our podcast.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
we're doing a
sorry,
podcast
guys.
now.
Appreciation. What's your name again?
Rhea
What's
Ripley.
your name again?
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
We are appreciators
She's-
of Rhea
Rhea
Ripley.
Ripley's gonna rip you in half.
Fuck yeah.
The fan club is now over. So yeah, y'all descend. The tree starts to bend and sway as you kind of make contact with the dock, but it holds steady. You had to knock the cobwebs off the dock as people clamber up to the top and have spears out pointing at you.
Andrew, is it fair to say that like as we kind of pull into this thing, the roots from the trees that make up our airship start like reaching out and kind of intertwining with the branches of this tree?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. You hear this very, like, sweet melody of a violin in the background, a triangle just steadily, ever melodically keeping tune or rhythm. The Bimley's going back and forth on the drum, just bum, 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 like singing monsters.
Ding.
Charles is there with a tambourine. Every time he hits it, the thing looks like it's about to burst before it bounces back. Yeah.
And they hit the
And Marion's
Nope.
still on the lute.
And Creme is playing the triangle like her life depends on it.
I'm just gonna-
Wildly entertained.
I'm just gonna, while all of them are playing, I'll walk out onto the deck, or like onto like the, kind of like towards the platform that we're docking on.
Captain, we have arrived.
Yes, yes, thank you, Marcus. Can you just like wait here for a while? I think that we might be going for a little bit, but if you can just maintain the dock.
All right. Can do.
Thank you, sir. Or Marcus, actually, is there anything that you
Yes.
want from the town?
I would like some people to listen to the music.
Oh, I assure you everyone can hear it.
Then perhaps some people to listen to my stories.
Of course. I will see if anyone is interested.
JD's waiting at the bottom of the gangplank as it, I'm sure, is descending.
Oh yeah, like spears surrounding you as like everyone else is scared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to.
He's got
I
just this.
was gonna look back to Marion, Krem. Do you two want to come with me? Little reunion. The triangle will be waiting
I'm
for you when
con-
you come back, Krem.
I'm content with my triangle.
Well, you can bring the triangle with you.
Creme is okay with this. She's
Marion's
coming
gonna-
with the triangle.
Okay.
Marion's gonna walk over. And she's gonna hold out a fist bump
To who?
to you.
To me. So
Yeah.
as they're descending the gangplank, he's got like a wide, happen, open smile on his face, and as they get closer, it kind of becomes more of a nervous grin because he realizes how they've parted and now they're meeting again.
Yeah.
And also, Krem's holding a triangle, which he finds threatening for some reason. It just seems like vaguely like just strange enough that he's like, maybe if she rings that thing, people die. Like I don't know. But Marion goes for a fist bump.
Yep.
And JD
Yeah.
slips his foot out of his shoe and goes for a foot to hand fist bump with his like toes all curled up to attempt to get advantage on a dexterity roll.
Oh my god. So you're definitely not gonna see this coming. So the guards see her go up to her fist bump and they get even more concerned because they think fist bump is terrible and they think that's like the form of attack. And then you go up with your foot and she's gonna make an attack roll at advantage because you definitely don't see this coming. So it's 16 and a 6. Does a 16 hit?
Neither of those hit.
Okay, so she goes to swing at you, and using your dexterous acrobatic feat, manage to dodge out of the way.
I do like a full kick sprint. I breakdance out of her. What does she do? How does she attack me?
She just full on wind up punch.
I breakdance out of the way, and I say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, welcome to
How
my."
could you leave on your own? And she's gonna make another attack.
Ding.
It's another 2.
What does she get?
She got another 2 for 6.
Uh,
So she swings again. At
She
you.
misses again.
We were so worried, and it was so irresponsible for you to do that. How? And she goes to attack again. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
Yeah, she keeps swinging at you.
I've got really good armor class. Can JD attempt to grapple her?
Yeah, make a strength check.
1 second. It's a 12.
She's gonna make an opposing strength check. She got a 12 as well.
Which does that go to?
I want to say we roll again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll again. Another 2.
14.
Yeah. How do you do it?
So she goes for a fifth haymaker, and JD grabs her arm, spins her around with her arm behind her back, and like holds his other arm in front of her chest and just pulls her into what is kind of an embrace and kind of an armbar.
All right.
And he leans.
She's
Oh, sorry.
stuck there and she's just going, "I'm not happy with you."
And he leans in closer to her and he just says, "I know. And I'm sorry."
How is your sister?
He stiffens a little bit and pushes her back toward Jesse and Krem. And he looks at them. He says, that's complicated.
I'm gonna take my little baton, my little triangle baton, and point it at him.
He flinches.
Make it uncomplicated. Explain yourself.
Krem, you're the only one here with siblings, right?
Yes, I believe so.
He looks at the other two and he's like, who's the most important person in your worlds?
I think that like this whole time, anything's just been standing back and just silent, like slight smirk on their face, and just gonna look at all three of them. You three are what I've got.
Same for me.
That's really sweet. I love you guys. I hope you know that. I left because I didn't know if I could trust you to betray the university, to put your futures at jeopardy, and honestly, I didn't want you to. I wanted whatever punishment that happened to be on my head. And
Well, first we have to figure out if we're even going back there.
what do you mean?
We've got the ship. We can
Yeah,
go anywhere.
Well, okay, I guess let me explain what happened, and then I'll explain what I would ask of you. But I understand if you don't want to. My sister was dying.
Yes.
I'm sure you read that in the letter, but I don't know. Something in me couldn't let that happen, wouldn't let that happen, would do anything to stop that from happening. Honestly, I don't really understand. It seems like you all get that. You get saving people. You get wanting that to be what happens and what you stand for. So I'm confused. What did I do to make you so upset with me? All of you are alive. I didn't hurt a single one of you. I killed the monster that was going to hurt you before I left. I just left.
Bring us next time.
You did it alone.
And he chuckles, he laughs. He's like, "Are you mad at me for putting myself at risk?"
Yes.
He's like laughing really hard. He's putting his hands on his knees and chortling, and he says, "Oh wow, okay."
JD, I think you underestimate your importance to us.
I must. Wow.
I think you also underestimate how much we can endure. You're not the only one.
Oh, I don't underestimate that at all. I know all of you are quite capable. Clearly. But can I say something? How many of you knew something was wrong? You know me. You all know me well. And who the hell comes to his friend and says you're going to have to trust me and do something for me without something wrong in his world? How many of you knew something was wrong?
I could tell by the way you ate that bagel.
That's a good idea of it. Honestly, I wasn't doing that out of spite or anything. I just really wanted a bagel, but probably is some reflection of my mental state. Crab?
Looking back on it, when you pulled me into that alleyway, it wasn't in the alleyway when I realized that something was wrong. It was when we were fighting the monster that was attacking the people around us. And then it all clicked. When you brought me into that alleyway, and honestly, I was flustered in the moment, but looking back, you were clearly distraught.
Yeah. I was. And I got lucky. I got so lucky to have made it back here in time. My sister isn't dead, but she is gone. I got here just in time to perform several pieces of magic, and attempt to save her life, pumping spell after spell, using the tome. The tome agreed to let me be its avatar and let me use it. But it wasn't enough. And the reason it wasn't enough is because she was not sick, she was cursed. And she wasn't dying, she was being stolen. My sister is in the Feywilds. And just like before, I have no intention of letting my sister be stolen from me. But what I'll say is this, friends, and you are my friends, I think I know that more clearly now. I did not audibly tell you, but I sure as hell told you something was wrong. And none of you asked. That's why I didn't tell you, didn't involve you. None of you wanted to be involved. At least that's how I saw it.
Well, that's not how I saw it.
If you wanted to be, why didn't you ask?
Because when I'm facing my own demons and my own problems, I don't want people involved in my mess. I don't want someone to push me in the ways that are going to make me uncomfortable because I'm dealing with something that they couldn't possibly understand. And maybe they could, but it's not my right, even as your friend, to pry that information out of you if you're not willing to tell it. Trust me, I've pried information out of lots of people, doing not the most morally sound methods. If I needed to know, I would've. But I wanted you to want to tell us. I didn't want to have to pry the information out of you.
He just keeps looking at her and he says, maybe that's a cultural difference between you and I. But in this village we ask. And the asking shows the want to know.
Maybe for us it's more of... Maybe for us it's more of the vulnerability to say that you're hurting is the trust with a problem. Because we could make you let us help. But we're built to lean on each other. Well, we have several options.
I, personally, have unfinished business at the school.
There's a lot of unfinished business. JD, we found who not killed, but took Professor Laughingheart. We found so much. Thonic is a madman.
So Thonic, the nerdy artifact guy, Thonic?
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
That's the one.
That's the big reveal?
Yep. That's the...
And he's looking for my mother.
God damn it, I had money on Mollywog. Fuck.
I know. I think everyone thought that, but Mollywog is just as
I owe
helpless in
somebody
this.
like 50 gold. I owe Castillo like 50 gold. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Nobody did you tell Castillo?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, don't tell Castillo. Don't tell Castillo. I gotta change my bet first. I gotta change my bet and then we can tell Castillo.
I understand that.
100 to 1 odds.
Yes. I feel like I could call 101 odds on that, honestly. But okay, so that's happening. Fantastic. Why are you guys here?
You.
If that's happening?
We came for you.
We can't do it without you.
You would not believe how hard I had to pull Mollywog's leg to let me do this.
I was kind of assuming you stole the ship. Did you not steal the
Nope.
ship?
Somehow I convinced him to
Alright.
let me do this.
JD looks back at his
He
people.
was
Oh, sorry.
pretty impressed. But yeah, so we went through a lot to get here. Because we're in trouble. And despite what you may think, when we're in trouble, we ask for help. And we need your help.
JD looks back at his people. And he says, well, I guess I gotta go. Ilmater's calling me to another adventure, and honestly, I have just as good of a chance of finding the Fey Wilds in that school of portals and magic as I do in this forest. And it sounds like I can't be selfish here. I have to put the needs of everyone
My friend, why don't we take a day here?
first.
We just got here after all.
Do you guys need to sleep? I can run the ship.
Trust me, I'm plenty rested. I don't know how they slept, but
I'm good to go if you guys are.
Quite honestly, I took a killer nap that I gotta tell you about sometime. I feel completely rested and invigorated, and like my god's got my back on this. And he takes a step toward his friends and he says, if you can forgive me, and if I can work to rebuild the trust I broke, that's all the permission I need to get started and to start fixing the things I've broken and to hopefully find my sister. And even more hopefully, save our school.
we have a lot of objectives.
Marianne looks at you. We'll see. We'll see that you can earn my trust back. But, firstly, she's gonna make another attack against you.
She's not gonna get it.
It's a fucking 3 again. Holy shit.
Yep.
I cannot roll well.
She can have an advantage. I'm not
Fine, I'll take advantage.
seeing that this is coming. I'll give her that.
18. Booyah. Let's go.
And she finally hits me. So she does the first swing, and I duck it, and then she uppercuts my jaw.
Yep. And all the guards tackle her.
It was a long time coming, JD.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey! Wait! Get off her! Hey! Do they react? Do I have any authority?
Yeah, the camera's zooming out as the music plays, and we cut to the next scene.
Hello there, and welcome to the mid-episode break of Spitfire Squires. As usual, this is your loving editor, Hayden, and I'm just coming at you guys with a little bit of a reminder today. We do have social media. We are on Instagram and Twitter/X at Spitfire Squires, and if you follow us there, here's what you can expect. On the day of new episode releases, you can get crit counts so you can see ahead of time or watch along with reading the crit count. There's also teasers of episodes the Friday before release. There's also going to be character art on there, and there's other fun things scattered here and there on the account. Also, I just wanted to come in and say thank you on behalf of all of us here in the Squires. We are so happy that anyone is interested in listening to this group of goobers play D&D for a couple hours every other week. We're super happy that we get to do this, and yeah, I'll let you guys get back to the episode. Thank you again.
Because part of me is like, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, looking at it, the shopping episode is probably the easiest way to, like, control what time. Because we get back to the school, then there's going to be a ton
Yeah.
of shit that's immediately right there.
Yeah.
I need to do a lot of stealing as a rogue because I put a lot of money into that bladey blade. So
It's fair.
Yep.
if we're going shopping, I'm going stealing first.
I mean, the blade is back to 0, unfortunately.
I know it is, but I gave it a lot of money.
Yeah.
See, I think that...
So
So you're gonna rob JD's home?
We need to come up with a canonical reason.
No, this is
for,
what
like,
this is what I was
staying.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask JD. I think that
Yeah.
like while JD is healing, Marion through the guards, Jesse is just gonna look down to JD. Do we need to hurry back, or I think another day here may be good for you, and there may be. Is there anything interesting here that you might want to show us?
Here's the thing. Like, no, he wants to get his sister back. That's like JD's character motivation is absolutely like, let's get the hell out of here and get started. Like he took one day, and like he was barely gonna give himself that to like rest and like gather wisdom, and then he was going right back out again.
Gotcha.
Like JD does not want to do that, but you're right. Externally, we should definitely do a shopping thing and not try to start that.
No, by the way, the shopping thing can take place on the ship.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So that's
Well,
what I
then we
was
can do
thinking.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then, yeah, JD like has his hand against Marion's like side, healing up a spear wound, and he's like, "Yeah, honestly, Jesse, I just want to get started. Like, you guys sound like you need my help, and I sure as hell need your help getting my sister back. And every second we delay is a second that things are getting worse. I don't want to take my time. I don't think I get that luxury right now. So
That's fair.
I'm ready when you are."
Let's start taking off.
No, I need money.
Krem, you've had like an hour during my healing of Krem or during my healing of Marion and like talking down the guards and all this shit, and you probably had a decent amount of chaos too from people not being or in their homes or at their shops because a giant warship came down from the sky. I would argue that you have time to steal some stuff.
Okay, Andrew, what am I stealing? How do I steal it? And what do I need to roll?
Make a sleight of hand check and a stealth check.
So the sleight of hand is going to be a 17 plus 7.
Okay.
And the stealth check is a natural 20! Plus
I don't.
7.
Why do I even
So
ask?
17 plus 7 and natural 20 plus 7.
What do you want?
A lot of money.
Andrew, there's probably a lot of
Okay.
jewels and like gold
Yeah,
and like
okay.
artifacts that are all dedicated to my god, by the way. But like that's up to
Yeah.
I don't
Krem.
give two shits about your god. Hate to break it to you.
Damn, you gotta for the record, you gotta hide this from me because I will not let this slide.
She got a natural 20 in stealth. No one knows.
Yeah,
No
I know,
one
but
knows.
if she shows me, if I find out,
Nobody.
if I find out, I will absolutely make her give it back. So she just
You're
has to
still
keep
on
this a
Krem's
secret.
shit list.
I mean, you're gonna be on mine if you do this.
JD, what is the most impressive piece of like artistry and or like jewelry in town?
Well, there's the temple, of course. Like it's the
temple.
It's
yeah.
the main centralized area for art, literature, history,
Yeah.
everything. And within the temple, there's tons of little plaques holding ancient artifacts, including rubies, emeralds, gold. I mean, you're the DM. You get to decide how much she can take
Yep.
in her purse, but like, I'd say there's well over 10,000 gold in just artifacts within the temple. All of them are like styled and shaped and like pretty much sacred to the point that no one here would ever even consider selling them to anyone for any reason, but there they are.
Yeah.
Hell
Most
yeah.
impressive would be the like court statue of Ilmater, and then wrapped around it is a like sort of what's the word? It's a very like flaky sort of quartz. It's red, sort of like ruby, but not. It looks very spiky, but if you touched it, it would fall off. It's this long, elaborate chain of connecting rocks that all seem to weave around the statue itself, and looks pretty expensive. You could take There's a lot of different chalices. There's a lot of... let's give you 400 gold, and you can pick one armor. You get one of these items. You don't get all of them. You either get an armor, a weapon, or a... what's the other one?
Wondrous item?
An object, yeah.
I
do you
hate to poo-poo this, but they would not have any
Yes.
weapons in there.
That's fair. It is a... Yeah. Alright, armor or... wondrous item. Okay, yeah. You find a needle.
Oh?
Yep. So you find... Okay. You find barrier tattoo.
Okay.
So, to attune to this item, you hold the needle to your skin where you want the tattoo to appear. Press the needle there throughout the attunement process. When the attunement is complete, the needle turns into the ink that the tattoo becomes, which appears on the skin. If your attunement to the tattoo ends, the tattoo vanishes and the needle reappears in your space. While you aren't wearing armor, the tattoo grants an armor class depending on the tattoo's rarity as shown below. And you can use a shield and still gain this benefit. So, we're going to say it's a uncommon rarity. So it's 12 plus your dexterity modifier, which should give you an armor class of 16.
So to raise my armor class by 1.
Which is like, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's pretty dope.
So you find that.
And JD won't even have to know because I'll just have to put a random tattoo on my body?
Yep.
Let's fucking Joe.
Let's
And
fucking Joe.
400 gold. There you go.
Okay, 400 gold. Thanks, Andrew.
Yep, natural
That's-
20s are, yeah.
Is that Mr. Biden's new campaign? Is Let's fucking Joe?
That's fucking
It's been going around the groups.
Yeah, it's just what everyone's been
yeah,
saying.
I don't know.
What's it? JD, would you want to bring your snail? I know you've told me about.
I mean, he's not, like, he's just a snail.
He's
I don't
just
think
a
he'll be-
snail.
If you want him,
He's like
there,
just
we
a-
can bring him. Now's a good time to pick him up. Is all I'm saying.
Like, I love my snail, but honestly, I don't want to, like, take him with me everywhere, and I'm worried he'll get hurt,
We
so...
can keep him in the room.
Do you want my snail there?
No,
Like, do you just want to
I
look
just know
around?
that you don't get to come home much. I want to make sure that you're.
Oh, you mean in, like, my dorm?
Yes.
You don't mean, like, on the mission?
No. I'm
Okay.
trying to help you bring some home
Yeah.
to the campus.
100%. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Sheldon, get out here, you sly dog.
2 hours
And
later.
from, like, yeah.
2
yes.
hours later.
Yeah, no. Sheldon, like, immediately perks up. Have you seen that bit where it's, like, the monster from Monsters University that is, like, based around a snail, and he's, like, running as hard as he can. He's, like, going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
That snail is just like, oh, my master has called me, and he's like, grrr, grrr, and he's like running as fast as he can. I'm like, don't worry, Sheldon will be here in like 2 hours.
Can
Don't worry about it.
Can I send Bimley to retrieve Sheldon?
Sounds fine to me.
Don't terrify my snail.
No, they're
Don't scare my.
they're both
Don't
arthropods.
scare my
They're both invertebrates. They'll get along.
Oh no.
They're both invertebrates.
I guess that happens. It
Yeah,
brings
just
Sheldon
like a
to
claw
it.
machine rising up onto the ship again.
It's like da 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 da
Da, 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 da.
Just lands a snail.
He catches it and he's like, it's okay, buddy. And the snail is like shaking just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Snails were not meant for the sky. It has never seen the sky like that before. It's very scary. He pets it, and then he wipes his hand on the ground, and he's like, gosh, I need to figure out a way to pet you.
That bit got me, by the way, when you said
Pet him and then...
and I washed my hands because he's disgusting. And you just continued on like nothing happened.
I'm glad that came off really well. I
Oh
think
my god, that
he's
got
gonna
me.
he's gonna start just petting the shell eventually, or figure out a way to pet it in a way that doesn't get his hand slimy.
So,
That'll be its own
are
arc.
we all ready to take off?
Where's Krem? Where's Krem?
I'm back by this
Where's-
point.
She's like just in the.
Hi there, Krem.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
Hey guys.
You're looking around my city. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
It's very pretty, yes.
We're so proud of our culture and like all that we built. Oh my goodness.
It's just amazing here.
I'm so glad you got to see it.
Well,
And then I roll my eyes. Yeah, like I'm listening, but I'm not listening.
One day I'm gonna show you guys all of our wonderful things. I'll show you the temple. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you the temple. There's so much there that I need to tell you
oh,
about.
I hear. Wait, the branches are receding. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on board. Just start walking.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I run back into the crowd really quick and bear hug my dad, and lift my mom off the ground. And another bear hug as well. And I say, I'll see you soon. I love you. Take care of everyone for me. I'll get my sister back.
We know you will. No, hurry. They seem to not care that you're not here. So,
And
go,
JD
go.
JD does an athletics check to jump onto the ascending ship.
Acrobatics check with advantage, sir. Because you're wearing the kilt.
Yes.
A
I'm using
kilt?
this as much as possible. I'm
Yeah,
wearing
his
the kilt.
adventuring kilt. He brought it with him now.
Okay. 18.
See, this is why. This is why we have it. You leap through the air, like yet again a Studio Ghibli character, and land as the ship starts to melodically take off into the distance.
Very cool.
I'm gonna bring the party into the like kind of the quarters on the ship. I say, well,
Okay.
I mean, you two have seen it already, but JD, this is the space that we have, and there's kind of like 4 distinct areas to the room. There is a ladder that goes up, like a good 20 feet, and it is very dark up in this corner where this platform is, with a hammock hanging between the rafters and like a small workbench up there for Krem. There is a section where the brush has become especially thick, with these thorn bushes that are thriving, and there's like a small, almost like pond-ish, like it's like a small water feature with a place for JD to sit for meditations.
Cool.
There is a very there's essentially a massive hearth with like flames around the rim of it, and like an armor stand, and like that has like weapon holders, as well as like a grindstone over there for Marion. And then in the back corner is just like a simple bed with a light, like a small lantern hanging above it, and a small desk where Jesse has been sleeping.
Is there a lower deck?
Yeah, the lower deck is going to be like mostly
My audio
a
just-
kind of a dining hall,
Oh no.
where it's set up for way more people than are on this ship, but there are many unseen servants kind of whisking through the area, just kind of preparing whatever the meal is planned.
Just out of curiosity, can you see the map I have set up?
Oh, let me go look. I do not see
No.
it.
How the fuck are you doing that? How are you doing that? How did you fucking do that?
What do you mean?
Do what?
Just remembered all that shit.
Am I just like describing what you
No.
said?
Yes, I already
I'm
have this
just
set up.
describing what he fucking made. This is beautiful.
That'd be funny. That'd be very funny.
Like, how the hell did you do
Andrew,
that?
we are of one mind.
I don't know how you did this. I already have like a fucking room on the lower end of the ship that has way too many spots for way too many people. How did I know? How did you know?
But yeah. This is This is going to be our home for the next 2 weeks as we head back to campus.
Can I have somebody roll a d12?
Hell yeah, we love D12.
Where's my D12? Yes. 1.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Can you hear it? Yeah, it is.
Damn.
Do you want someone else to roll, Andrew?
Nope. No, I don't. Fuck.
What was the one? Now I'm really curious.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
It's a D20, so like I figured it would be like, or it's not a D20. It's not a D20, so I figured it wouldn't be like based on the magnitude of the roll.
Okay, can we get one time where we're rolling a handling ship thing and we don't roll a 1?
Oh, that was for handling the ship?
Yep. So let me look up something real quick. Sorry.
Should
Fuck.
that be a spellcasting thing is my question.
It's not.
Or is this just like a weather thing?
Controlling the ship thing. It's a weather thing. Okay, this should be fine. Man, y'all. Okay. It's a nice day.
That was...
What would you like to do as you go over the mountains?
We're doing a shopping episode?
Yeah.
I think we're just... I think just shooting the shit is where Jesse's mind is.
Okay.
But also, I don't know.
How are we doing a shopping episode?
We'll get there.
Okay. I was like, is there stuff on the ship that I don't know about? Is there? Okay. Yeah, but I guess JD's just been exploring and semi-tiptoeing around the fact that he totally betrayed his friends, and he's trying to figure out how to earn back their trust. Like, he's doing the dishes, and he's trying to like do communal tasks with them and like work with them, and like he got up and he made his bed, which is something he never does.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Just a normal day.
Krem is waiting on a report back from her brothers.
Got it. Okay, what are you up to, Jesse?
I think Jesse's just... Honestly, I think that they're just... What's it? Oh, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, okay, I think that they feel really comfortable in this moment, and they just go to normal form, just regular changeling, while they're just sitting here with their friends, and they are going to just sit back and listen, just watch everyone.
Okay. Can you make 2 checks? Can you make a, like, I don't know what check this would be, like a ship handling check? What did we do last time? Animal handling?
We could do like a spell casting thing, because it's spell.
Yeah, how do we want to do that?
I could just
Yeah.
roll 20 plus
Hey.
modifier.
That works, yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm pretty sure JD never got his memory back about Jesse being a changeling.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
No,
That's
you were
actually
you were
true.
reminded of it whenever the book sent down like a changeling form of me.
Yeah, but it was like in the middle of combat.
True,
It was
yeah.
kind of like he was busy fighting his own
Yeah,
clone,
like I think
so, like,
I totally think JD would have assumed that was like a haha, this is who you could be, and not like this is your true form.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, he's just confused by it, and you're changing back to your original form right
Yeah.
now, and you don't know you have any reason to think like he should.
Yeah. Also, I got an 11.
Okay. Also make a perception check.
That I'm a lot worse at. Let's see. 15.
Cool.
Can I roll a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
It's a 24.
Cool. So you get to see the white dragon coming up from below the ship.
What?
Yep.
A white dragon.
That's right.
Andrew,
Yep.
we are level 7.
Yep. That's what I typed out in my list there.
Are they intelligent?
Oh, dragons are super
Yes,
smart.
it's intelligent. It's a fucking dragon.
I'm gonna try to talk to it. Actually, no. Jesse should definitely try to talk to it. So Jesse and I both spot a white dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So in that
And-
one was a white fucking dragon.
Yep.
And, I guess we... investigation or perception to know what it's doing or why it's coming our way?
I mean, it's definitely heading towards the ship, right?
Actually, it was able to spot the ship. We're gonna see if it can like stealthily get there.
If we're about to enter
Let's see how much
combat,
time
we
we
should
got.
call the session.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's getting close.
And we know that it's there.
I got another...
Yeah, you
I'm just
two
gonna-
spot it.
I'm just gonna call out to it.
Yeah, I got another 24 to see why it's, like, coming our way.
Like an insight.
Yeah, so you can tell that you passed over the mountains and it just happened to be out from one of its icy caves. And it blended in so well with the white snow beneath, you didn't get to see it coming until this very moment.
Does it look angry? Does it look
It looks
territorial?
hostile.
It's hostile. Okay.
I'm just gonna
okay.
call out to it as it's coming up because I know that Jesse's insight is not there.
Yeah, okay.
Prem doesn't know this is happening yet, so
Just gonna. Hey, how are you doing? Along for the ride?
As it flies up, you feel a chill of cold, like a big gust of wintry air blow past you as it flies up and then hovers in front of all of you.
Who dares to pass in front of my keep?
Oh, we were in front of your keep?
Yes.
Oh.
It is I, Gordath, the adult white dragon.
Oh, I am so sorry, Gordath. I did not mean to do that. We couldn't see it.
Make your offerings, pray to your gods, and perhaps I shall take mercy upon your mortal souls.
Andrew, did I get any gold from my parents before I left?
this dragon is not getting
no.
any of my gold. I hate to break it to y'all.
This dragon's getting all of our fucking gold, dude. I
No,
don't give a
it's not.
shit.
It's really
I
not.
don't give a shit.
It's really not.
I'll give it everything. I take out the 12 gold I have left in my pocket and I hold it up and I say, your humble servant only has this, master. I am so
Gordath.
sorry. It's everything I have.
Gordath, have you been treated to music and story in a long time? I imagine out in the mountains you're pretty secluded.
I have no need for meaningless trifles.
You don't like stories?
Do you have...
What would one do with a story?
It can improve your life.
Stories are pointless. They merely waste your time.
Well, your life is a story.
Make a persuasion check.
And I'm gonna... Let's see. Where's this? Okay, persuasion is plus
We're about to be
8.
so fucked. So fucked.
That's-
a fucking
oh.
white dragon.
16. 16 plus 8, 24.
Go on.
Well, my friend Marcus, he's actually been looking for someone to tell a story to. And he's been
Well,
been
yes.
between the planes, he's been everywhere. He can give you plainer knowledge.
A grin comes across this dragon's face. Interesting. And why would I care about that?
Well, if you're hoping to expand your domain, imagine having a keep in every plane. How amazing would that be? And just by learning stories from other planes, you know more about them. That puts you a step ahead of other dragons.
It's gonna make an insight check on you. See if it's like you're genuinely interested in helping this thing, or if it's just like you're trying to save your own hide. Here's the thing. It has -1 to its intelligence.
That's crazy for a
And
dragon.
it rolled a 2.
Do dragons have
Yes.
healing spells that they use?
Make a history check. Or a nature check, actually.
The same modifier. 10. Wait. 7.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
I
Explaining...
Oh.
Go on.
great lord, great dragon lord master. I forgot his name, not in canon. What's his name?
Gordath.
Great Master Gordath, your humble servant has very little in the form of gold to offer you, and I know that's your favorite thing. But we can offer stories, and your humble servant has been blessed by his god with the gift of healing. Should there be any aches or pains or soreness in your bones that you've dealt with for far, far too long for your mastership should never have dealt with any of those things, I can take them from you and give them to my god.
I do have an ailment that you can perhaps cure.
Anything, my lord. Please, let me attempt to serve you.
Krem is asleep.
He...
I want that to be known.
Krem's asleep during the whole
If
thing.
Krem is asleep for this whole thing, I am just that's where I'm at.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, Jesse and I are the only people that saw it, and
Yeah.
Marion hasn't talked yet.
Yeah, Marion's below deck.
Jesse and I are just
Um,
panicking at top deck, like, fuck!
Yeah, JD.
The dragon...
You see a single
Yeah.
JD. You see a single bead of sweat dripping down on anything's face.
As it does, it starts to freeze in the presence of this dragon. It latches onto the ship. Its tail curls around to the other end and latches on. And it rests its jaw down on top of the deck, and it opens its mouth. My tooth. It hurts. Please come closer and fix it.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
And my friend, please, while my friend here does his work, let Marcus regale you with tales from other planes.
JD glances at Jesse and he says, I guess we don't have like mental telepathy, but like, I guess roll insight.
Oh, damn, 22.
You almost verbally hear, I do not want to get in that thing's mouth.
Oh, we don't have to go into its mouth, just the outside of it.
I step closer to the dragon and okay, there's a couple things I can do. What's the difference between bless? Do.
As you're pulling out your components, Marcus steps up, not really all that concerned, and he goes, "Why, yes, I have various tales from all across the multiverse. I can regale you with some if you would be open to listening." And he continues to talk about some of the adventures that him and Captain Esteban went on. And he's going to make a not persuasion, but like a performance check to see if he can keep this thing's attention.
Can I give him advantage just by like occasionally like chiming in? Like I imagine like he's talking about like them tracking down like this giant sky whale, and like he says like, and it was like 2 miles long, and and Jesse chimes in with, actually no, I believe it was 3. That's how big Esteban
been
told me.
5.
Yes, I believe that he said you were underestimating it. You were ever modest.
All right, I'm going to roll. I'm going to say that the DC on this is like... I want to say it's like 23. I think this is hard to do.
Does
And he's gonna have +4 to his
and
roll.
does JD healing him have any effect on this, or is this already lowering it?
This is
Okay.
lowering it. He was 25.
I'll have.
This person's a 7.
I'll also have unseen servants coming up and bringing food to him.
Okay.
As he's trying to get his mouth
Are you just
fixed?
gonna make?
Just like preparing him.
Yeah, they're just tossing.
No,
it
like
in.
like preparing it in front of him for when his mouth is healed.
Okay. So what are you gonna do, JD?
JD actually first, he casts Beacon of Hope, which bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of target creatures within range for the duration that each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. So that's on all of my friends, just to cast that, and myself.
Okay.
And then I cast... Actually, I'm also going to cast it on the dragon, because I need this
Okay.
Cure Wounds to do maximum healing. And
Mhm.
I heal it for 32 points of damage, because it just automatically does that.
All right. You can see that one of the further back teeth, tooth, whatever it's called. English is a hard language, guys.
It really
it's
is.
really difficult. Starts to realign. You could tell that there was some ice that had built up over just years and years of using cold breath. And it just kind of wedged it out of place and starts to correct itself. And as it finally kind of locks into place, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Advantage or disadvantage? Or regular, I guess.
It's just regular.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Saving throw or check?
It's a saving throw.
Whoop! Hey, Andrew, what's going to happen to me?
Okay, so what did you roll?
I rolled a 3 flat.
3 flat. Okay. He bites down onto your arm. We're gonna see if it hits. It probably will. Yeah, it definitely hits.
What did you roll? What did you roll? What did you roll?
You're not gonna like this. I rolled a 13, but it has plus 11 to hit.
So
Okay, you
24.
do hit.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah. So, you take 2d10 plus 6, and then 1d8 cold damage. So let me roll that. So you take 8 points of damage somehow.
That's really not a lot.
Don't say that too loud, Spencer.
That could have been a lot worse.
So you, oh, hold on. It's plus 6, so
12.
14. 14 is still not bad.
For what it could have been.
So you feel this dragon bite down on your arm, and then he starts to laugh, and when he does, you can pull your arm out, and you can see it's frostbitten where he bit into it.
He didn't clamp. My theory, and this you can correct. My theory,
Mm-hmm.
he began to close his jaw on my arm, and I started to pull it out, and I just slit down my forearm as I pulled my arm out. And
That's
it's
how you, yeah.
And my blood immediately froze, so I'm not bleeding anywhere, but the cuts are deep, and the frostbite is on my arm.
I like it. Yes. My apologies. Had to test out the new teeth.
No apology necessary, my lord. Glad I could be of any kind of service. JD is cradling his arm as pain continues to spread up from it. It's probably one of the more painful things he's experienced. He's technically not that hurt, but he is in an extreme amount of pain.
I find your tales to be amusing. Would you perhaps join me in my home? It has been such a long time since I've had company.
I'm very sorry, my lord. We are actually on the way to save one of our friend's companions, one of his family members actually, from the clutches of another plane. And so we are in a bit of a rush, but if you wish, you can come there with us, and maybe the people that we work with will allow you to pass into whatever plane you please.
You have never seen JD's eyes wider and more appalled than in this moment. He is just staring back at Jesse. At the start of that sentence, for him saying no, and at the end of that sentence, for inviting this thing to follow us.
Yeah.
His eyes just kept getting wider.
This thing's name is Gortash.
Yeah, it's
Gordash.
Gordash.
I'm going to say, Lord Gordash, I think that we may have a very profitable friendship, if you wish to do that.
Make a persuasion check. And you look over and you see Marion kind of peeking out from one of the staircase with her crystal blade kind of half drawn.
Oh my gosh.
The dragon clearly noticing it. And then, Cram, have you done anything at this moment?
I'm sleeping.
And wait, do I notice Marion pulling the sword? I'm just gonna do a hand motion to her, like it's okay, it's okay.
Can I roll? Yeah, can I roll stealth to tell her to get back inside and get the blade put away?
Oh no, if
Are you gonna do
if I
monkey sign
Yeah,
language?
monkey sign language. Yes, my universal language.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Natural 20.
Y'all have that bond, man.
Lord Gordash, I'm sorry.
With like
for my
two,
friend's
with like
fear.
2 fingers, I communicate that explicitly. Anyway.
Lord Gordash, I'm sorry for my friend's fears, but you are a very powerful, imposing figure, and I think that's why we might be able to help each other. And I'll roll my persuasion check. It's a 16. Yeah,
16.
not bad.
What's he gonna do?
JD quickly reaches into his pack, pulls out a can, and chugs one of his packs. And he says, "My lord, it would be one of our honors." And he attempts to give advantage to the situation as his abs rip out of his shirt.
Also,
I can't.
Andrew, I have a question. Would this be deception?
It depends. Are you genuinely offering for it to come with you, or are you
I am
trying
offering
to, everything
I'm
you
offering
said?
for it to come with us, but my expectation is that if we bring a white dragon to the campus, we will have everyone fighting it.
Yeah, you don't want it to. You're not leading it there to help it. You're leading it there to fool it into being attacked. All right, yeah, make it. That's
Okay,
a deception.
so
Makes sense. What's
so
the
that
deception
turns
on
it from a 16 to a 19, and then did I get advantage from JD?
I would. I'm curious if JD should be the one to roll this, or if you should be the one to roll this. Considering it was his idea, I'm either or, whichever one wants to roll.
I'll roll.
Okay.
I'll roll it again.
Yeah, Jesse rolls. Jesse's got much better modifiers. I just kind of tried to assist in some way.
25 for deception.
25. Okay, 25 was the mark.
14 plus 11.
That's so good. The abs saved the day.
I love that.
Oh, an impressive specimen you've got there beside you. He makes me want to listen to you more. Something about the lumps on his stomach.
Something about the love sonnet. Stop it.
And my humble Lord Gordash, imagine how quickly your name and power will spread if you are moving across planes. Every plane that I've been to, I have never seen another dragon. You could be the first to take over every plane, and we would be honored to help you.
I'm thinking here. I'm also reading through White Dragon stuff to see if I can like determine what it's gonna make as a decision.
There will be no shopping episode.
You know what some personality traits are that I can roll on here? And I can determine based on that.
Lay them on us.
So, I'm just going to roll it and see, so I have to roll a d8. Well, that didn't bode well for you.
Damn.
I rolled a 1, d8. Talkative people are usually the most dangerous. I like to eat them first.
I mean, but also, Andrew, consider the conversation and the rolls, please. Please.
Yeah, I am. I know, that's why this is so interesting.
Oh boy.
Ideals. 1. When a creature has the misfortune of crossing my path, I ask myself 2 questions. Am I hungry now? And if not, will I be hungry
I have
later?
provided it food.
You have provided it food.
And there is still more food coming out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Andrew's deciding if he wants to TKO us right now. Like,
I
that's,
kinda am, yeah.
That's what he's doing right now. He could wipe us all out right fucking now and we'd be none the wiser. It's a white fucking dragon.
Yeah. Y'all could take it.
We are
It's
level
only an adult.
7.
Yeah, but y'all roll too well. You're going to save a friend, is what you told me.
A family member.
Yes, a family member.
How important is your family member to you?
For one tiny moment, JD looks up with a spark of defiance in his eyes and he says, tantamountly.
Then I hope you're willing to pay me the price.
What do you ask?
I'll know if you're holding out on me. And it's just waiting for you guys to give it stuff.
JD tosses his 12 gold toward it as a start.
It holds out its paw.
He plunks down all 12 of them. It's not a lot. It's all he's got.
Anybody else?
He still has the Ring of Fire Elemental Command.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not a whole lot he can do with it. I think it has like 1 charge left on it, and he gives that to the beast.
That necklace. Give it to me.
He takes
He's
it off.
pointing to the very
Yeah.
nice necklace that you have.
He
later.
immediately just pulls it off of his neck, and he holds it for just a second above the claw, looking at the rubies dancing and sparkling as it spins above its claws, and then he lets it go.
You annoying yellow one.
Of course. What of mine would you take?
Whatever you think your life is worth.
Damn. Because Jesse think it's worth
Ha!
nothing.
Trick question, you idiot! He takes everything back from the dragon.
My friend,
Negative, anyway.
my life is not worth much, but I will tell you, I'm going to take the Hat of Disguise. I'm going to say, this is my lifeline. This is the reason I've survived as long as I have on this plane. And you may have it.
Marion is going to give up. What's she going to give up? She's going to take off her
No.
armor. What?
The Wand of Wonder. Marion's had it this whole time.
The wand. She has. She loves that thing.
I'm not trying to tell you how to run your game. You're the DM.
Yeah, no, she's totally giving that up. You're right. It pains her as she drops the Wand of Wonder into his claws. And I don't know if she has anything else she could give him other than like the armor. But looking through her inventory. Small, sneaky one. My eyes have not missed you. Are you still asleep?
Yeah, I'm not awake. I had said this that when the dragon had landed that Krim was asleep. So
There she lies. Rest in her eyes.
yes, Spencer said it best. Krim is literally zonked. She is not a light sleeper unless it comes to literally light. So
Are y'all gonna do anything to
Is-
warn her or no?
Is he like addressing to her?
He's addressing to her directly.
God,
would you-
God,
JD
please don't
casts.
kill me,
JD
please don't
casts.
kill me.
JD casts. Flames to brighten, or dim or change color, and he just like blasts the room in light that she's in, with bright green light.
She wakes up cursing like she did this morning, like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck
I'm
everyone.
gonna I'm just gonna yell into the room. Krem, we have company, and they
I don't give a shit
our
who
Lord
our company
Gordash requires a sacrifice for our lives.
is. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Krem, shut the fuck up and get up here! And that's really out of character for JD to tell her to do. Like,
Gore
she knows he's
smash?
scared of
Is
her.
that what you said?
She knows
Krem.
he's scared of her, but he's more scared of something else right now, so he told her to shut the fuck up and get up here. Does that do anything for her? Does she listen to him?
No, she pulls the blanket back over her head
I send
and goes
Bimley in.
back to sleep.
I send Bimley in, and Bimley is going to sit right above her, 15 feet away, and just shine the
I
light
shoot
So where
up
is
in
she
her
right now?
loft.
a sacred flame into her
Like
bedroom
in
and
the
light.
crow's nest?
Oh man.
No, like this loft in
No,
the
no, no,
room,
no. I would,
right?
yeah, I
Oh,
would be asleep in
loft.
my own personal loft.
Okay. So
Actually,
the dragon is
I'm gonna send Bimley.
clamber its neck up onto the ship.
I'm gonna send Bimley to go and spin her fucking hammock and tump her out onto the floor.
Fucking rude ass.
I'm actually just gonna run in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there. I'm done sending messengers.
Okay. So you run in. The dragon moves its head in front of the door.
I can.
And
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I can, my lord. I will get my friend, and she will give you whatever it is you desire. She's just cranky and doesn't know your lordship's on board the ship, sir. I just want to give her the message that you are
Too
here.
late. And it opens its mouth. And
I'm about
you
to
can see
die.
where
I'm
its tooth
literally
has been
about to
locked
die.
into place. I need you both to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Me?
Yep, you're in the room.
We're on opposite sides, aren't we? I thought he blocked me from getting into the room, or did he like let me in?
You went in, and then I said he moved his head in front.
Oh, okay. I thought he blocked me from getting in the first place. Cool. Constitution saving throw. Also, we have advantage on death saves from earlier.
15?
Yep. 15. Cool.
That's a 2.
2. Okay. You're both going to take 12d8 cold damage.
Yep.
So we're going to roll that. You take 30 points of cold damage as
Damn,
you know the
I'm
water
at
bucket
half
challenge.
health. Half health.
Yep.
You know the water bucket challenge.
Yeah.
Worst version of that ever, as you are frozen solid, and the room is filled with ice.
We
And-
can't move?
Yeah, you're frozen solid, and the dragon turns to you, Jesse. Do you have anything else to offer in her place?
I have 124 gold. That's all that I have on me. I have this compass that is leading me to my objective, and I will sacrifice that to you as well.
I thought you had something else. other
Nope,
things.
that's it.
I'm trying to remember.
All that's in
it?
my magical items is the Loathing Lodestone and the Hat of Disguise. And then I have 124 gold.
Make another persuasion check. See if that's worth enough.
Actually, can I also offer the original Jesse's staff?
Ooh, okay.
And
Throw that in the bundle?
I'll
Fair
explain
The
it.
bundle?
And I'll explain it to him. I'm going to say this compass will lead me to, hopefully, the man that this belongs to, who I betrayed long ago, and I wish to save. So that's how much this means to me. It's my life's work.
Make your persuasion check.
$13.
I love revenge. I wouldn't dare take that away. And he leaves the compass and takes the staff along with the gold and rips off like the top part of your ship before flying away.
Is he like staying near?
No, he seems satisfied.
Oh, like he's gone?
Like he's flying down.
And I think he's just gonna sit down on the deck.
Leave us frozen?
Now y'all know how it feels from episode like 1.
I'll just shoot a D6 to each of you. Because they're not dead.
No, but I'm very bloody.
What's it? And they both have
And
Beacon of Hope, so it just heals 6.
Yeah. And the would-be shopping episode turns fatal.
So
Do we
here's
get out of
something-
the freezing things when we're healed?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that y'all are able to break out of that.
So,
Uh,
Krem falls to her knees, and, Krem starts crying.
Krem, next time if we're begging you to do something, there's a
I
reason.
didn't know.
There's a
I
reason.
didn't
We
know.
said so many things.
This isn't the first time that y'all have pulled pranks on me. Like, this isn't the first time I've done some shit like this. And I was having a really, really good sleep. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Marion, who was also caught in the cold, is melting as the fire genasi part of her just kind of starts to warm up. That was terrible. That was terrible.
JD's like just shaking and trembling. If he's totally unthawed, he crawls up into his like water area and just like honestly like fetal position, wraps his hands around his knees and like puts his head in his knees and just starts trembling, and he just takes a minute to kind of process. He's not talking to anybody. He's like, fuck it, I'm so like he's in such stark relief to be left alone by this dragon.
Yeah, I think
Man, that was like one of the worst ones y'all could
I
have
think
got.
that anything is just like staring like out. in the same mental state that JD is in. Just like
Krem is weeping. Krem is just
Everybody's
crying.
silent.
She is just crying. She could have just died. They all could have just died.
Yup.
Yep.
And that's the end of that episode.
Yep.
Womp womp.
Lesson
Well.
learned.